everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today let's talk all things episode 62 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens anime series. And first and foremost, I was not expecting to enjoy this episode as much as I did. Yes, it was wacky with the arrival of the Lukeman, and we did get that shocking result in seeing Yuo get defeated. However, they did all of this throughout the episode without making Yuo look weak as an antagonist. He's still strong, he's still threatening, and I loved every second of it. So then let's start off with the topic of Yuo's defeat. Making him lose by a misplay, in my opinion, was a smart writing decision, as it allows Yuo to develop and learn from this mistake. His misplay happened because Yuo used a trap card known as Imaginary Arc Turbulence on the wrong monster. Had he used this trap card on Dragears before the Lukeman fusion summoned, and then Dragears would have been destroyed, thus the Lukeman could not summon and not win the duel. Yuo has been shown to be very overconfident within this episode and episodes previous since beating Yuga. Because of this, he thought that he could destroy / counter anything that Luke sent out as a way of trying to win. But it's because of this overconfidence that he failed to remember that when you fusion summon, some fusion monsters have a new monster type, just like his cyborg monster type that got created. So this ultimately led to the trap card known as Imaginary Arc Turbulence not working on the Lukeman's fusion monster, because instead of dragon typing, Dragears or Dragstar, whatever you call it, had the High Dragon monster type. Sticking with Yuo's character now though, I really like the display from him within this episode outside of the duel, as so far we've been made to think from a tactical perspective that Yuden would be the smartest of the Goha siblings within that area of expertise. Yet Yuo even had him dancing along on his strings, like a puppet, countering the plays of the other siblings coming together and creating a plan to get Yuo's plan to fail. Instead, Yuo pulled out the reverse Uno card and revealed the fact that he had the 6th Goha badge. And having this 6th Goha badge would give him full power of the Goha president seat once Yuden lost. Now the logical thing to do here would be for Yuden to not duel, thus never losing and not having to give up his position. But Yuo used the fact that the other siblings conspired a plot to overrule another sibling for self-benefit. A rule that all siblings should be aware of and cautious of, as the penalty for breaking this rule means that you get stripped of your presidency rights. Meaning, bye-bye Yuden and other siblings, leaving just one with all of the power. Okay, moving along, the Lukeman. I was expecting to hate this gimmick when it first got announced, however, I actually really enjoyed it. The repetition of words was slightly annoying, but that's just a theme of Luke's character, so I was just like, whatever, I'll let it roll. But what I think sold me the most in enjoying the Lukeman persona was the voice acting / effects used. Honestly, it just sounded awesome. Plus, there's a bit of mystery still added with this character's introduction, as by the end of it, Luke did not remember his time spent as the Lukeman. Combine that with the image of the drone leaving through the forest, it makes you think that maybe Luke was possessed, much like how Mimi was mind-controlled by the President drone when dueling Roa. Because if you remember in that instance, she didn't remember what happened when she was mind-controlled. Same kind of situation here with Luke. And we know that the drone helmets can change shape, as shown with the main President drone when he first gets revealed to be aligned with Yuo at the start of this arc. And we also got that shot of the robot eyes glowing red awakening underneath the Goha building, back when Mimi left the Goha president office as she was, being forced out of that position. So could that be linked to another drone helmet that maybe possessed Rook/Luke? Mimi even comments saying as well that the mask that Lukeman was wearing looked familiar. And we know that she saw many different designs of drone helmets during that comedy segment in where they were trying to boost up their sort of sales for Goha. Now, a little bit of a working theory kind of here, but could the 6th unknown Goha sibling be controlling this new drone, which possibly possessed Luke in an attempt to help out the other Goha siblings against Yuo's plan from the shadows? Maybe the 6th Goha sibling has lost his rights as Goha president because Yuo has the badge, but at the same time, maybe he still wants to correct his mistakes. Hence to why he thought, I'll get the best duelist in Goha, possess him, and make him fight my other sibling that seems to be going off the rails in terms of being an antagonist. Now, as far as the duel was concerned, I thought it was an okay duel. I love the design for Yuo's medallion Vestera star. That looks amazing. Such a great design for that dragon monster. And although the card design looks better for Luke's Super Strike Dragon Dragistar F, I thought the anime design, again, it was just okay. But the secondary multi-skill effect is super powerful. At first, I think I said in my video about the fusion monsters that the piercing damage happens on the second attack. But no, I was actually wrong on that front, and it happens in both attacks. Thanks to this, and of course Yuo's misplay, the Lukeman managed to pull out a victory. Seeing the other characters' reactions to when Luke was using fusion summoning, that was a nice addition to the episode. Yuo looked shocked at seeing someone else using fusions, which makes sense because he's been in this mindset of, I have this card, no one else can beat me because I have the only one. This duel highlights as well just how average of a duelist Yuo can be when his big advantage of fusions is no longer an advantage for only him. Yes, he's still strong, but I guess it always goes against him. He's up against Rook, who seems to be protected heavily, but at the same time, when it's an even playing field and both characters can use fusion, he just doesn't seem that strong, does he, Yuo? And Yuga being happy for Luke using fusions, I thought was very interesting, as this could have actually been foreshadowed way back at the end of episode 60 when we were talking about the Sevens Road book stuff. Obviously, Yuga got up, Rook got up, and they were giving each other a bit of a nod of confirmation. Another great thing that came out this episode was the connection between Luke and Tiger. It's clear that Tiger loves her brother dearly, and she genuinely cares about him despite her rage and name cooling towards him. We've seen many different occasions where Tiger has been shown to be kind and caring as a big sister towards her brother. For example, when she first duels Yuga, or when her and Asana were kids and they went out looking for Luke in the snow because he went missing and ran off. I thought seeing this side of Tiger was rather sweet and rather wholesome, and I love that they added this into the episode because it just adds a bit of realism to it. But I have a question. How on earth did Yuga not die after shocking Tiger with his new road? It's certainly a creative idea, but if multiple families within Goha eat the same thing that you're looking for, well, for example, the curry, say, like, I don't know, 20 families in Goha that night ate curry, the machine would lead you astray more times than it would be correct. So, it needs a bit of work, Yuga. And lastly, am I the only one who was taken aback by Yuro, of all the siblings, being against teaming up with Yuga and friends? After all, he's been the one who spent most of the time with them, and I just would have guessed that he would be happy to join up with them. But I understand it's a family issue, so that they should sort it out amongst themselves. But at the same time, his reluctance to team up with our heroes, I thought was a little bit telling. Plus, I like the continuation of Yuka feeling down and sad about losing, as she feels like she's let her other siblings down, and now that they're in this particular situation and predicament. The girl just wants a happy family back. I bet if she could, she would go back in time before they went to Earth and just continued being the family that they were before. Oh, and I'm guessing that the thing that Yuo needed to find that he couldn't, that Yuka was referencing last week at the end of episode 61, was obviously the 6th President badge. But we saw how that turned out, didn't we? Overall, this episode was great, and the comedy was rather chilled, yet still funny in places. Roman just now realizing that they've only seen 5 out of the 6 Goha siblings, while the rest of the group already knew this and wasn't really bothered by her analogy. I thought that was kind of sweet and wholesome, but I think the funniest line within the episode was those girls spying on the siblings, asking why is there a yacht on the roof. I want to know how they got it up there. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this episode. I thought it was great. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I do hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you next time. Have a great day. Alligator matane. Goodbye.